Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video and kind of give you some instruction on the paper that you're writing. This is an evidence-based argument that you are defending the cell theory. So last week you read some articles and you watched a video and gathered information about the cell theory and the scientists involved in creating that theory, and then some other interesting information that I've gotten to see in your notes that you've made. Wednesday and Thursday of last week, you took that information and put it into a persuasion map. Which is going to be very beneficial to you in taking this and putting it into the paper itself. So today in class, I went over setting up the Google Doc, the guidelines for that, and I wanted to give that to you. And I have it on the board here. In looking at the page setup in your Google Doc, if you'll just go to the page setup, make sure that your margins are 1 inch on the top, the bottom, and the sides, that you're using Times New Roman 12 point, and your entire paper is going to be double spaced, so you can go ahead and set that up. Now, at the beginning of the paper, you'll have your title at the top. And your title is going to be centered in the page, and it's going to be bold. And your title is this: Evidence-Based Argument, the Cell Theory. Then under that, you will have your name, and your name will be centered. Your name is not going to be bold, it's just going to be the regular font. Now, in the overall paper itself, what we're looking at is an introduction, 3 paragraphs, which is your content, and then a concluding paragraph. So in your introduction, you need to make sure that you have the attention getter. That's the first sentence in the paragraph that's going to grab the attention of your reader. And then somewhere within that paragraph, when you're talking about the cell theory, make sure that you define the cell theory and the 3 components of the cell theory. And then you're going to briefly state your 3 points that you established in your persuasion map. Then the next 3 paragraphs will be these points. And this information, 3 things that you wrote about each of the points, will be used in that paragraph for each one. Now, a couple of things here. When you're using the scientist's name, the first time that you use the name, you need to use his entire name. For example, if you're talking about Robert Hooke, then you would, the first time that you mention him, you use his full name, Robert Hooke. But when you refer to him again after that, all you'll need to do is have his last name. 3 points here, and then in your conclusion, you're basically going to summarize this information, the most important details of this information. State what you want your reader to come away with, what you want your reader to believe. Want to make sure that when one of 2 things happens when the reader finishes with your paper is that they understand what the cell theory is, they understand that there is evidence to support the cell theory, and that they have a good understanding of it. Second thing they could take away is that they may be totally confused about the cell theory. So keep that in mind as you're working through your paper. Today, in-class kids did a rough draft of their paper, and then tomorrow we're going to do some peer reviews. So as soon as you get yours completed, we're going to pass them around. I'm also going to give you maybe a paper. Yes, I will. We'll give you, share with you a document of an in-class student their paper and let you read it and make some suggestions on it. I think that's it. If you have any questions, make sure that you email me or send a private comment on the assignment that was listed on Google Classroom today.